saw they had a ping-pong table inside, so I was like, oh, this is perfect, guys. So of course I asked them, let's go outside, play outside in your suits, and then depending on where you put it, you know, and what the content is about, you know, who has which human being's life in their hands. Some are playing with them, some are bored, and at the end everything ends up in the tunnels. You know, it can go wild, you know, and I don't give you the clearest interpretation, but I like that the audience has to dive in and, you know, think about it too. And also, it's important sometimes to, because I really wanted to make it for the cinema, you know? So I really wanted the attention of the audience, that you explore new things. And I don't know if you saw, for example, the White Shot, the last one, there's only the sound, there's no ball anymore, you know? So some people like see that, and so it's also to kind of, your senses are back there, you know, and also to say to the audience, hey, look, in this movie, other things can happen, you know? It's kind of preparing that it can go wilder and stuff. And of course, even though it's like hardcore content sometimes, filmmaking should also be fun in a way, like at least, don't get me wrong, not everything is funny there, you know, living in a tunnel that's not funny, but I didn't want to do like a social drama about homelessness in Las Vegas. That was not my approach. I really wanted to do this, maybe also playful a little bit, hopefully, piece about these people, to see the positive things too, because that's my nature, I guess.
And to me, it was like, first you see them kind of like, you know, some maybe a bit strange freaks, but then it starts to get in with, like, you feel for them like they're having normal lives in a way, you know, the scene where she's making the scene where she's making the laundry, and so that's where you see, and talking more about their families in the background,
reading Playboy, and, you know, just talking about their love life, and pretty open.
Paul Giamatti.
Who's Paul Giamatti?
And swings and monkey bars.
Yeah. If you guys want a postcard, I got some postcards.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Just pick whatever you like.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, there was always another one of.
Let me look at this one. What's
yeah,
that?
you can.
That's a good one.
I think there was one more of Lalo coming out of the manhole, but I don't have it anymore.
Oh, right. Yeah, that was quite a shot.
Yeah, at the end where he kind of set free. Yeah, I'm really sorry about him, because already during the shoot we shot with him like 4 days, and then he had like a huge abscess on his ass, like really bad, and we had to bring him into hospital. And they told us like it's like 5 to 12, you know, we have to get him into surgery right away. But the problem was, you know, there was no money, so we found a Christian foundation that paid like $18,000 for the surgery. So he healed up well, but I don't know what happened. I just, through my people that I still have there, like a year ago, I think he was in some crime scene that probably somebody died, and I don't know if he was accused of the murder or at least being there. Well, so he got like 18 years, and I mean 18 years in Las Vegas in prison, I'm not sure if he's ever gonna make it back. So, but I don't know, maybe I have to go there anyway, because I have to go to court as well, because they arrested me twice too for trespassing, and once I was driving Rick and his friend, and they were completely in crystal meth, and they just sold like 7 iPads. But of course they didn't tell me. And I was driving around, like, yeah, I'm a European film student and stuff, and they were like, no, you're like a drug dealing thief that is driving his friends around. So yeah, I got a little bit into troubles, but yeah, I have to go back there to pay some money, which I hope somebody else is gonna pay for. But yeah, production company or something.
Yeah.
Are you guys all from Czech?
No, we're from the United States.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, it was great to watch. We enjoyed it thoroughly. It was great.
Where are you from?
From Florida originally, but I live between New York and California and Los Angeles.
So you travel back and forth?
Back and forth, yeah.
For work purposes, I
For
assume.
work, well, yeah. I work in the best cities for me to work.
And you're also?
I'm in Florida. I've stayed in Florida my whole life.
Okay.
But,
so I mean, California is pretty much where we shot, you know, like close to
Yeah, I was
Palm
wondering where you were
Springs,
staying.
Salton Sea, pretty much like that area. And the Mars Research Station is in Utah. So I did this like really trip around those 3 states: Nevada, California, Utah.
I want to spend more time in the desert so badly. It's
Yeah,
really beautiful.
explore it. It's an amazing place. It's really strange sometimes because you find all these, like, how I said, like ghost towns and stuff, and you go there and you feel like you smell that there's still life there, but it's gone. So it's always like destruction, but yet beauty, you know. And that's also how the movie here starts. You know, it's almost like, okay, I don't know if you got that impression, but there's only one survivor, Lala, the Godfather, the ghost who sings the Hallelujah and tells the story. But after that, everything is dead on this planet, and we are already up there. You know, that's kind of the impression that we wanted to create in the first 10 minutes. But you know, it's a documentary, you know, so you're like struggling, like, oh, wait a second. That's crazy. I was in New York last year for a year.
Where?
In Brooklyn, because I had an artist in residency.
Okay.
That's where I finished this film.
Really? Where in Brooklyn?
It was called a place called the Toy Factory, which was an old toy factory, and they made like artist in residency places.
Yeah. I lived in Brooklyn for a while. I loved it there.
Okay.
But, so you're a student, and this is
Well, yeah,
like your
it was,
final film?
yeah, it was my graduation
So
film.
this is like a school project. This is fantastic. So where do you go to school at? Where did you
I was in Germany.
In Germany.
In Germany, but I started because, so what happened is I was 3 years in Germany, did like a short that kind of opened me a lot of doors because he won some prizes. It's called It's Me Helmut. It was actually in Palm Springs, so
Okay.
it was, one day, 4 years ago. And then I did this cow movie, and then it was time for me to leave my school a little bit in Germany because it can be like really like this. So I applied for a Fulbright scholarship in San Francisco, and I was 1 year Fulbright scholar at San Francisco Art Institute.
Okay.
And that's where I started this project. Like, I started to make this photo series analog about ghost towns, and then I started to find these people. And oh, wait a second, whoa! I went to Las Vegas, and it was horrible for me first. It was a little bit like American steroids, you know. It was really, it was fun, but it was crazy because all my senses were like over
Too much.
And then I saw this guy coming out with a PJ chessboard. You know, I had a fun
So that's how you found.
Yeah,
I was wondering what led you there.
How'd you find it?
How'd you find the people? And
Yeah.
they were excited to be a part of it?
Depends, because so what happens after that, I came back to my school, pitching my project there. My teachers hated it. They still hate the film. Well, now they love it because it's out and it's great, you know. And then I had to, you know, it was like I started it producing by myself. And then during shooting, because we sent some footage back, German TV stations and Swiss TV stations came in, which was kind of crazy because I did the movie I started shooting it for like 30,000, like really low hardcore budget, because I had the equipment from school. And then it went up to like 200,000. But the problem is, you know, as soon as you have money from TV station, you have to spend it in those countries and like really employ. You pay like the damn color correction for a week, like 20,000. You're like, I mean, I earned 2,000 in 3 years on this damn project, and I'm paying somebody 20,000 for working on it for a week, you know. So that was a little bit the difficulty on the project. But yeah, I mean, I went for a 9-week research trip where I spent 7 weeks only in Las Vegas and 1 week driving through the desert, finding Dave, happy accidentally. He was never planned in the movie. I was looking for a hot spring because somebody told me there's a hot spring you can bath in there. And it was like 10 p.m. and then this guy comes with his bike and his cowboy hat. 10 p.m. and I was like, holy shit, you know, I didn't know, is this a serial killer or what is he doing out here? And he stopped and he was really nice. Hey, do you want to come for a coffee? I have a drumstick and a mattress in my bunker and coffee. And I was like, okay. And it was crazy because then I met him and then I told him, okay, look, 3 months later, on the 17th of October, I just invented a date because I didn't have my schedule then, because no fundings were done yet. But I was there in July and told him, okay, 17th of October, I'm going to come back here with 3 of my best friends, and it would be great if you could be part of my graduation film. You know? And he was like, yeah, I think we can do that. I will be here, you know. So 17th of October that year, I went back there. He was driving, he was like, yeah, man, I was expecting you guys for a while now. Waiting there for like 3 months.
Oh, man.
And yeah, and in the tunnel it was, I mean, the problem with the tunnels was I wouldn't do it anymore how I did it because I went there alone. And I got into some trouble sometimes because they're like lovely people, but I mean, lovely people on crystal meth and you're an outsider. It's not a perfect mix. The great thing was in the tunnels there's a huge echo, so you can mostly like hear when somebody kind of approaches you. And also with the water, you know, you just have to, you know, focus your senses, and you can hear people like walking in the water. Yeah. So that was okay, and I could always like tell them, you know, hey, is somebody there? You know, it's me. I'm Nicolas. I'm from Switzerland. I'm just here like doing a project and stuff. And some of them, they completely shout at you because they really want to escape from society. That's where they deep down in the holes. Like a little bit like Lalo at the beginning, you know, like it took me like a long time, and nobody ever talked to him before from the outside world in a way, because he's just controlling the shit down there, you know. And yeah, it was intense with him because the tunnel was like, I don't know, like 1 meter 40 centimeters, like what you call average thing. So you can't stand in there. So in there it was always like this, like lying down there, and it was intense. One time my cameraman got bit by a scorpion, so we had to go to the hospital and stuff. Yeah, it was pretty adventurous.
So how many people were on the crew that was shooting with you? Was you?
We were 5 people. The cameraman, the sound guy, then one girl that we met in LA that did a little bit of production design and driving us around and get the permits, like, because she was native English speaking. Even though I'm in Las Vegas, there's no permits that you can get for tunnels. And then there was my editor who came with me, who was a great cook. So he would like cook every day, and he would prepare every day the rushes, so we could see the rushes every night. Because I don't shoot that much. We shot like for 2.5 months, but I only shot like 36 hours. It's a 12, you know, so we shot in average like maybe 20 minutes a day, you know. But we're on set maybe for 16 hours, but it's like very, I miss a lot of moments, but then when we shoot it's like very high energy, and I like that more. Maybe it has to do because I shot on film before this. This was my first digital film, you know. So I'm still like kind of hearing the dollar rolling when I shoot, which is maybe not that bad sound. I have great news, by the way, for you guys. A week ago, I was really happy to announce that Oscilloscope Laboratories, the distribution company of Beastie Boys, like that also has like movies. They got the film now.
Really?
So it's gonna come out next year in the States.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean very small. I don't know. They're really trying to get into theaters, but I hope that, you know, maybe in the Brooklyn hipster areas that we find some cinemas, that Williamsburg, that we'll find some. Are you filmmakers yourself, or just?
Yeah.
Oh really?
Me.
She, not me.
And you're just guest, but you know her.
Oh, brother. It's my brother.
Oh really?
Yeah, brother.
Oh
Sister.
nice.
Yeah, we're backpacking. We're going to be backpacking around Europe for the next for about
nice.
9 months.
And,
So you
9
can
months?
festival.
Yeah, we came for the festival. Yeah.
But you have a film here as well?
No, we're just.
Well,
gonna
how
be,
can I see your films, or how can we meet up? Or?
Well, I haven't made my own films. I do like production design, and
Oh, great.
I freelance and do all of that. So come in, hop off and backpack for just 9 months to be able to decide what I want to do and come back and
Nice.
sort of get things rolling on my
So
own
you
stuff.
do production design in New York?
Mhm.
Because do you know? I know one really good production designer. Her name is. I'm sure you know her. Like, she's the wife of Michael Taylor. She did production design on American Hustle and like Brokeback Mountain and stuff. Her name is. Maybe I'll get back to me when we talk more. But